So while Epstein has haunted Trump all week, we are still just 10 days out from an election where voters, including some former Trump voters, went Democratic over prices in the economy. Today, Trump is actually responding with action, which is pretty interesting given how much rhetoric goes on in this administration. But he is tweaking tariffs on coffee, tea, oranges, these kind of everyday items, trying to at least bring food prices down, which is something people, of course, notice every week. The Times reports the White House has struggled to explain how they can claim tariffs aren't imposing additional costs on consumers, but that removing or lowering them will lower costs. It's kind of a mouthful of a sentence that basically says the White House has been, at times, misleading on tariffs, and this action shows that they know very well the tariffs have raised prices on some of those goods I mentioned. This is part of what hurt Republicans in the election. Prices on things people need all the time, eggs, beef, bread, are up. Inflation is still a problem, even if it's not at all-time recent highs. And that is why Trump is in Biden land, according to many experts. Approval can crash for all kinds of reasons. Biden was wearing out his welcome in May 24. Remember, that was the 4th year of his term. Trump is having a Biden-level hit-the-road jack approval rating in the first year of his term, as you see there, underwater. People blame Trump, and his response is often just misleading.
But our prices are much lower. Their line is price is affordability. That's the new word, affordability. It's much less expensive under Trump.
Food prices are way down. It's all coming down.
Why are people saying they're anxious about the economy? Why are they saying that?
I don't know that they are saying. I think polls are fake.
Prices are up. You just saw him lie about that. On this program, we will try to always show you what's happening out there, but with a fact check in real time.
Raise tariffs to disturb the workforce and trades, then lower tariffs to be considered a hero for his own power tripping. And I'm guessing he's getting rid of them in order to make it look like, okay, now I'm giving you some form of grace. But the whole time it was hurting a lot of people. I mean, that's the same old play we've been seeing him do all the time. Taco is back. I guess he did chicken out this time. It's funny him saying that he's already removing tariffs in order to cut prices that are already lower. But he went out and then crashed out the next day.
Oh, prices are up. No. Prices are down under the Trump administration, and they're down substantially.
Make it make sense why I'm paying $500 a week for groceries and necessities.
Look at his price. $10.99. Look at the price I paid for this just a year ago.
So basically, ground beef is a luxury item now. So if y'all see me making more chicken and turkey recipes, that's probably the reason why.
Why did it cost me $1,000 last month to feed my 4 kids?
What?
At this point, I don't even eat. I just have enough food to feed my kids.
Seriously, I really just don't understand how we are expected to pay for groceries anymore. It is so unbelievably expensive just to live. I don't know about you, but I am so excited for day one when apparently all of these prices are going to go down. Any day now.
If his lips are moving, he's lying. Billionaires don't go out there and do grocery shopping. So Trump expecting us to trust him when we are the ones who go to grocery shopping every day and seeing how prices have been jumping is ridiculous. Like the people of America are complaining and you're willing to just go with your own perspective and listen to your own people is crazy. It's because everybody in Trump's cabinet is yes people. So nobody will step up to him.
So the affordability is much better with the Republicans. The only problem is the Republicans don't talk about it.
Axios claims that Trump is saying that there is no affordability crisis. I couldn't find that clip.
When the president says there's virtually no inflation and that grocery prices are going down, do you agree with him on that?
No, I go to the grocery store myself.
Maybe with some private audio-only clip. I looked at the entire Viktor Orban media press. I also saw his press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, addressing what the Republicans have done for America. Regardless, we know there's an affordability crisis, and he knows too. That's why he's proposing 50-year mortgages, and some people are speculating that he's going to give 15-year auto loans. I'm not sure that crediting institutions or the president want to start pushing that. You're also saying that the economy is so bad in some clips that we need to have 600,000 extra students from China come into America and go to universities. Otherwise, they'll all go bankrupt. He knows what's more America first than anybody else. He's said 24 times that he has a solution to healthcare. They've implemented no solution to healthcare. They have concepts of a plan, of course, but he's more focused on bringing Kazakhstan into the Abraham Accords than he is on addressing domestic issues. Republicans definitely do have some solutions, and they may be trying, but his intention is to say that everything is being fixed thanks to middle-class tax cuts, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. But that doesn't mean that prices aren't going up. Prices have risen another 3% from last year. The United States dollar has lost half of its value since 2021. Furthermore, Morgan Stanley is saying the United States dollar will lose another 10% of its value by 2026, having lost 11% of its value this year alone during his presidency. Its buying power is continuing to decline, and people can tell that the economic situation in America is quite rough.
No, guys, don't worry. He posted a funny video on his Twitter. Everything is fine.
So it really hit me today while getting groceries how expensive things are getting. I got 3 bags of groceries and it was $105. I got a pack of ribeyes, the value pack, that was $30. That was kind of the most expensive thing out of the bunch. A package of cookies, 2 loaves of sourdough, some Parmesan cheese, 2 things of the cheapest pasta I could find, and then some Boursin cheese and cherry tomatoes. And it was $105. I don't know how people are surviving. I don't know why it just hit me today. I live by myself, so, maybe it just doesn't really hit me as often as people with families, but I really feel for you. I don't know how people are getting by other than just going into credit card debt and debt in general. And it's not just the grocery prices that are up right now. It's the overall cost of living. I mean, house prices, rent, vehicle prices, you name it. So if you have a little bit extra to give to others right now would be the time to do it, coming into these holiday seasons, Christmas and the New Year's. Just if you know somebody, a single mom, whoever, just trying to make it, maybe get their groceries for a week, because this just really put it in perspective for me. I mean, I got 3 bags of groceries, and like I said, I live alone, so overall, the things right now don't affect me as much as someone that has a family. So if you have a little bit of extra, now's the time to do it.
It was bad when you saw buy now, pay later and skip the dishes and Uber. It's bad at that point. I was born in the absolute worst timeline possible.
Walmart is trying to play into Donald Trump's narrative that grocery prices are cheaper under his presidency, even though data says differently. Donald Trump and MAGA keep pointing to Walmart's annual Thanksgiving meal price, which is down over previous years. However, they did something different this year to make it that way. To make their Thanksgiving meal look a lot cheaper, Walmart cut out 6 products this year. Last year's had 21, this year has 15. And most of those have become great value, which the company controls pricing of. Grocery prices for Americans have risen 29% since 2020, and even Trump's USDA has published this month that grocery prices are up. The only person who doesn't believe this is Donald Trump, who's a billionaire and hasn't been to a grocery store in probably 3 decades. Meanwhile, while he tries to gaslight Americans into thinking that they're paying less at the checkout, he's begun lowering tariffs on certain food items, which has been part of the reason why groceries have risen.
I don't know if grocery prices would still go down, because you know how it is with these corporations. As soon as prices are up, they just leave them up there.
And isn't it so sick how the president of this country can be presented with multiple credible sources saying that Americans are spending more and more on everyday items like food, housing, utilities, and he can just sit there and say that's not true. And even on Fox, they'll try to softball him everything. They'll try to tee everything up for him to make him look not stupid. But even in this, Laura Ingraham pushed back a tiny bit and said actually Americans are spending more. Prices are going up on everyday common goods. And he just sits there and is like, nuh-uh, that's not true. I think you're fake news.
Guys, let me know what your thoughts are, especially with Trump saying that groceries were cheap and others proving him that they're not, especially the average day American. Leave your comments down below. I'd like to hear what your thoughts are about this. If it's your first time to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. By the way, if you haven't, also check out this video. I'm sure you're definitely going to enjoy it. But nevertheless, I will see you guys when I see you. Peace.